You gotta have something that always pushing you, always driving you. Not everything, like I said, gonna be handed to you. I had to get it out the mud exactly where y'all at. So basically what I wanna tell y'all, like, keep dreaming, no matter what neighborhood you from, no matter where you come from, no matter who your cousin, your brother is, keep dreaming. Because one day, if you keep working hard, if you keep pushing yourself, you're gonna achieve your dreams. I mean, I did it. So my last thing I'm gonna say, man, y'all keep pushing. No matter what's going on in your life, you know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up, keep God first. Keep pursuing your dream, no matter how small you is, no matter how big you is. And I mean, if y'all think, y'all can't do it, look at me. I was in the same shoes y'all in. So you know what I'm saying, y'all have a good day.
My dad was like a best friend, taught me everything I know about integrity, being a man. 5th and 6th grade, he went to Iraq and Baghdad. And seeing him so far overseas and still be able to affect me, he just taught me so much. So I'll never forget the day. I was going to the 7th grade, and that morning, he taking me to my track meet, but he was just like kept telling me he loved me and whatever. He was like, you know, like, I'ma always be here for you. Just call me, I'm a call away. If you want to talk about it after the track meet. I'm like, all right, Dad. I gave him a hug and I got in the car.
I was playing in a basketball tournament at the University of Houston. I was headed home and I got the phone call from him. Something was telling me, go see him. Go see your uncle, go see your uncle. So I made a U-turn and drove all the way back to go see him. And we stood out there, we talked. He was riding 4-wheelers, hanging with the guys. They was trail riding. And I left and went home.
And so the night come and I'm like, man, he's supposed to come pick me up or whatever. So I'm like waiting to him. It's me and my little brother and little sister. So I go to sleep at my auntie house. My aunties woke us up. You can hear her screaming and her crying. Just, Darrell's got into an accident. They rushed to the hospital. They don't know what's going on. So immediately I jump up. Everybody get in the car, people crying. And for some reason, I just start feeling cold. I got my little brother and sister with me, so I'm trying to like comfort them. They saying me crying, they crying.
Maybe around 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I got a phone call from one of my uncles. So I answered the phone, and that's when he gave me the news that I need to get up to the hospital to see him. And when I got there, that's when I was hit with the news.
I seen my uncle, and he looked at me and he just started crying and he saying he's sorry and everything. And I'm like, why are you saying you like sorry? So like I'm automatically like starting to think of the words like, man, like he's gone. They told me like to come here and they walked me by the room, just seeing my dad just like dead and whatnot. Like it really put me in a bad place. It's some days I relive that night and it's like, it's very tough. You know, losing your best friend in a matter of seconds like that, knowing that you just talked to him earlier, it was very tough.
To know that I would never ever be able to look at him again, talk to him. I don't think it really dawned on me when it first happened. I think it might have dawned on me a couple of years after I realized that I had to raise them the rest of my life by myself. So a lot of times, you know, I didn't understand why. I didn't want to understand why. Why did that have to happen to me and my kids, you know? And on this day here, it hurted so bad. Because he's supposed to be here.
It happened in 2010, but it still feels like it was yesterday. Everybody, I don't really think nobody has really gotten over it yet, but we try to do the best that we can do to get past it.
The apartment we're in right now, where I grew up at, spent like some of my life. Like I actually live in like 7 different apartments in this area. We're in the Greens Point district right now. Right here, my apartment right behind me, 1-bedroom apartment. It was like 4 of us, 5 of us stayed in there with my mom. When I lost my dad, it was a real tough point in my life because, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I really wanted to quit playing football. I was like, man, maybe this ain't for me. Like, maybe I gotta, get a job to help my mom with some bills. I was angry, real angry at the world.
I knew in 8th grade that he was going through a difficult time, and he was trying to figure out himself, and trying to connect to different people. But I can see him kind of turning down the wrong path. I can remember I was coaching basketball, and he was an extremely good basketball player, but he just wouldn't listen. And then I kicked him off the team.
I went automatically into survival mode. It wasn't even football, because when you go into survival mode, you're doing anything that, to help you survive in, the habitat that you in, the culture you in, the community in. These connected with these apartments, and these apartments to next of us called Arbor Court. One of my real good best friends got killed right before I went to college. And I know one thing he always told me is because he was real good at football. His name was Darrell Payne. He always told me no matter how small you is, no matter, if you're not, good at something, you should always work at it. And we came from, real tough area in a little and tough neighborhood, but it's one thing, I can always count on him, to show me a way, even though if he had to, take the opposite way. And that's one thing he always showed me is he ain't want me to do the street thing. He ain't want me to, carry the gun or sell drugs. He ain't want me to do that. He wanted me to play football.
I saw my mom crying one night, and she was just tired of losing her car, and I couldn't pay on it, losing another apartment, had to move again. And this was not even staying somewhere almost a year. You gotta move again. So it's seeing her crying, and it's I'm like, man, it's something. It's something I can do. And looking at football, seeing all the guys come back, and I'm like, man, I gotta do this. Seeing my little brother and little sister, and I'm like, I gotta be the one that changed something. Open up opportunities for different people in your family. Seeing my mom cry that night, and she just said, she said, I just really need you to focus in, and I need your help. I need you to, if you're gonna play football, let's do it.
The Darrell that was, I say pushed back a little bit, that wasn't the Darrell Stewart that I met. That was the Darrell Stewart that was going through things at a young age and trying to figure out his way. And, to use sports as that path to get him back grounded, that's what I think, helped get him back on the right direction.
My Coach Lamb, literally sat me down in the office and talked to me for a good 3 hours just about why man shouldn't just give up because things get hard. You don't run from adversity, you attack adversity. And I was I want to be different. I want to be, the person that, I was kind of tired of living in the shadow of my dads and my older brothers and cousins. I'm I want to write my own history and show people that I can come up here and do it.
I was so glad when he graduated because I knew he was leaving from here. I look at a lot of his peers and people that he played football with, he lost a close friend and all of that. And I sit and think that could have been him. And I was so glad, even though Michigan was so far, but he wouldn't have been here.
I was kind of nervous for him at first, moving from another state, because we never been out of Texas before. You're like, man, Michigan? Once he said he was good, we was good. Once he said, yeah, it's cool, I'm cool with the vibe. I was happy for him too, because I really didn't want him to be down here, really.
This school is such an amazing gift to people because it's it teaches you so much, and it's a variety of people around, and you learn so many things. It's been an amazing experience being here, just creating that Spartan strong and that Spartan family.
Tonight, the disaster in Texas in the wake of Hurricane Harvey is deepening. Houston is a city in crisis, and now a city of islands. The floodwaters isolating sections like you see behind me.
I called home because I'm like, man, what's going on? Ain't nobody calling. It's midday. And I'm looking on the news, and they was just Hurricane Harvey has hit this area, and like we stayed in apartments, so it's like it was like water all the way to the 3rd floor of the apartments, and the apartment building was like super tall. You seeing people in like laying on beds, refrigerators, sitting inside of refrigerators, floating. You seeing the streets where you played at as a kid, like just full of water, everything, just cars overflowed. And I'm getting a call. I call my mom. They nobody answering. I finally get a hold of my sister. I was like, what's going on, everybody? And like they showed me the apartment. My grandmother, like she was disabled, like she can't walk or nothing like that. So they literally having to like, her bed was floating, so they had to like get her out of the 1st floor, which was like completely like up to here. So people like getting everybody evacuated out, and they trying to move it to the 3rd floor. But I mean the whole apartment complex is deep with water, so the door's hard to open. Everybody panicking, like turn on the news, seeing my friends rescuing people, saving people, seeing people drown, seeing all these things. And I really tested my faith, because I'm like, why now? Like we finally get somewhere where we finally can be happy. We finally a family. People finally like can come home and be kind of happy. It wasn't much, but it was something, you know? And like seeing my grandma almost losing her life to it, it's like, man, what's going on?
You know, you never think like I done lost everything. You thinking about how you gonna get out. But after all of that, we had lost everything. Everything. And then it was to go stay in a shelter or try to find family members to go stay with. And there again, we're apart.
So about a week, and I'm asking like, man, I can't go by myself. So once I told everybody what I was trying to do, you had teammates like, I'll definitely go with you. I knew like, man, this is more than football. Like it's like a brotherhood. You know, like that helped me go to Hurricane Harvey and like help my city out. It was amazing. And that was like a very emotional time, but it was a great experience seeing like the joy in these people's eyes as we help and do the things. And like it was our bye week, so it was like a time for where we were supposed to like relax and chill, get ready for the next week's game, but Coach D like granted that. After the hurricane, she finally found somewhere to live at, and it's like an actual house. Seeing that really put us in a place where it's like family being reunited together. Like I'd be on FaceTime, seeing like everybody's back in the living room, eating, joking, playing cards. It motivated me, and it's just like, man, this is what it was all about.
His pictures on the wall out there. They heard about Darrell Stewart, but to see him actually come back and give back and speak to the kids, I mean, it's awesome. They can see themselves in him because he grew up in the same area, went to the same high school, and see him come back and just, you know, man, that's Darrell Stewart. He went to Nimitz. That gives them motivation, gives them a sense of pride, and, you know, that's what we need.
In a million years, would have never imagined we would be here. I mean, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of him. He did it. You know, he did it.
He have a bright future. He's willing to do it. He's able to do it, and he's comfortable at what he do.
I know my husband is looking down and happy. I'm happy. You know, just come back to the community with positive things. I guess he probably looked at himself and said, look at me and what all I've been through, and I still made it.
I always think about that, like what my dad would think. Definitely happy, definitely would be, and definitely tell me like, he's here with me. I know he'll tell me he loved me. Every time before the game starts, I always look up in the stands, and I find that one spot that I know he'll definitely be in, and just give me that head nod before the game and tell me, let's go. Just know he'll be proud of me and just be so happy at the things that I accomplished.